What's up, Wildcats? Vaping. Chances are you know someone who's done it. Chances are you've done it. We're going to talk about here the dangers and the consequences of vaping here at Willow Canyon. Okay, so first question is, has vaping been a problem this year as much as the years past?
You know, vaping started to become a real problem in schools probably about 3 or 4 years ago. And we have steadily saw an uptick. Last year we did a really good job of curbing it, and we had low occurrence of it. It was still a problem, but it was not a giant problem for us. We did some workshops, and we actually saw a big downturn in the occurrence of vaping incidences here at Willow Canyon. This year, as far as cases that we've been made aware of, now it may be happening and we're not aware of it, but usually we hear about it, or at least we smell it or after the fact and are able to take action at that time. But we have seen a downturn in it this year. And I think part of it's just that everybody's just a little bit more cautious right now. Everybody's a little bit more reserved and taking less risks with coronavirus. And so I think that pervades into everything else we do, is taking less risks. And vaping is certainly a risky endeavor.
Alright, next question is, what are some dangers of vaping that we all know but might need reminding of?
Well, the thing about vaping is that we don't know what happens yet. We know what happens to people who smoke for 40 years. They get lung cancer and die. We have not seen the long-term effects of vaping yet, and many scientists believe that they will be worse than what we've seen from cigarettes. So, it's taking chances with your health and your safety. And because we don't know what may happen, we've started to see some cases. They have that EVALI was what they were calling it. It was a lung disease caused by vaping, where people who just not even chronic vapors, people who tried it a couple times came down with this very deadly lung disease. And so, time will tell what the real dangers are. But for right now, it's certainly not the best thing to do for your health.
Alright, well that's it.
All right.
Thank you for this.
Thank you, guys.
So now, what's the major consequence you have for vaping here on campus?
So the major consequence for vaping on campus is if you are found to be in possession of a vape and you are under 18 years of age, you will get a citation. That citation will show that you've been charged with minor in possession of a vape or part of a vape. That citation has a court date on it, so you have to appear in front of a judge. The judge determines what your punishment is, but this is one of the few laws that actually says what the punishment is. The punishment is something, typically a certain amount of community service, so you have to find some kind of charity or organization where you can do community service, and a fine. That's for a first offender. So you get caught with the vape, court ticket, court date, go in front of a judge. The judge determines how much community service and what type of fine, how big of a fine. If it's your second offense, you might see more community service, you might see a bigger fine, or you could even see something like probation, where you have a certain amount of time where you can't get in any trouble, and if you do, the punishment just gets magnified. Typically that's what happens. It keeps compounding.
Mm-hmm. How will this affect you in the future?
So the way this affects you in the future is you have a criminal record. A lot of people come to me and ask me, can I get my criminal record wiped clean? And yes, you can. However, there are certain careers where even if you have your criminal record cleared, they can still see that. For example, if you go into anything government related, if you go into anything military related, anything where the FBI would do your background check. So when the FBI does a background check, they see your criminal record as well as anything you've had removed from that criminal record. So anyone wanting to go into the military, I got a lot of people who come to me saying they want to work for the FBI, CIA, anyone wanting to go into government work, they use the FBI to do a background check. So even if you do get it cleared from your record, it still shows up. So you're going to have a permanent criminal record, and any jobs that you apply for can see that.